welcome into the Cactus Golf Podcast. This is episode number 87. Once again, I am Blair Bouye. This is Matt Erickson. We have a preloaded episode here. We got a little bit of news and notes here. RBC Canadian Open review. We will have the Memorial Tournament preview. We also have LIV Houston. LIV is back in town. LIV Houston this week as well, and then have some betting corner for all of our segments. Do you have any opening remarks, Mr. Erickson?
No. We golfed Sunday. That's about all I got.
That's right. Yeah, we did golf. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the course that we played was a nice course.
It was nice, yeah.
The greenskeeper was an arse. That's for
yeah,
sure.
like that. I mean, well, that's what the guys that are cleaning the clubs at the end, right? That's what they said. He's just not a happy camper.
I think they said his wife hates him or something. And yeah, it was bad.
I don't know if they were just saying that to make ourselves feel better
Probably,
or not, but they're like, oh yeah, this guy.
That was. I mean, the pin positions were crazy. The greens were incredibly fast.
I've never played that fast with greens my entire life.
No, I don't think even the middle of the summer out here they don't get that bad.
Yeah.
That was fast. That was crazy. But
yeah, it was an ice rink out there. It was a nice course. Yeah, it was nice.
I definitely would play it again.
Yeah,
no doubt. So that's all. I don't really have.
I might go water the greens before I go out myself. Yeah. I might go water myself, make sure it's
might go lay some extra seed on the greens to grow the grass a little thicker or something because this is wild. But yeah.
Yeah, there's Dove Valley, right? Dove Valley Ranch, something like that.
Yeah,
that was good. Let's go ahead and get into it here. So the news and notes. So Dean Burmeister I have and David Puig earned their U.S. Open spots through qualifying this past week, so they'll be in there. Some couple more live people qualifying for another major championship. Good to see that there are channels at least for that. I guess I saw that there was a representative for the U.S. Open, or I'm sorry, the
U.S. Open?
The USGA, right?
Oh, yeah.
The representative for the USGA that runs the U.S. Open, saying that he wants to have those channels open and might be having some more avenues for that to be able to happen. So that's good to hear, I think. And then also we had more qualifying news, I guess. Adam Scott's streak of 91 consecutive major starts now in jeopardy. He lost a playoff in quote-unquote golf's longest day, was on Twitter yesterday. It was 36 holes in one day of qualifying for the U.S. Open. Him and Cameron Davis got into a playoff for one of the final spots. Cameron Davis ended up beating him, I think, in the fourth playoff hole.
Wow.
Adam Scott's streak he's an alternate now, so it's in danger of losing that streak. I think 91 consecutive starts. I think it's 20 some years. It's a longer streak than Ober's even been alive or something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's 25 years because if you play 4 majors every year, let's say it's
they say a streak's longer. I think it was older than a Tom Kim and whatnot. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
How old is Adam Scott? I didn't think he was that old.
I mean, he's probably getting close to 40, huh?
He must be. I
think he's getting close to 40. And there was an interesting discussion on the broadcast this past
51.
Oh my gosh. He doesn't look like it, at least.
No,
so good for him.
He looks great.
Good for him, I guess.
Wait a minute.
But there was a discussion. That's not a good picture.
That's
not him.
That's not even him.
That's right, Adam Scott. I guess it's a pretty common name, huh?
Yeah, that's this Adam Scott actor, I guess.
I didn't know there was an Adam Scott actor. Interesting.
Let's see. Golfer age 43.
Okay. That makes a little more sense. Okay. Yeah, that's him.
That's the guy.
Yeah, that's the guy.
That's the guy we're looking for here.
All right, but there was a discussion on the broadcast, who had a better career, who would be first into the Hall of Fame, Adam Scott or Justin Rose. Well, that was an interesting one. I think the broadcast said Adam Scott, but it was pretty close. They have both pretty good careers. I know Justin Rose. It's kind of weird. It's kind of underrated. I don't know if I've said this on the podcast before yet, but when Tiger won that Masters in 2019, Justin Rose was the number 1 golfer in the world at that time.
Really?
Yeah. I wonder, there should be a trivia question, at a bar or something. That'd be a good one. I don't think many people would know that.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
What in the world is that?
I don't know what that noise is. But yeah, so I think that's kind of interesting. Yeah, so I think they all. I was gonna go Justin Rose as my initial guess. Like whenever I was saying who would make a Hall of Fame first, over Adam Scott. But I think they ended up deciding it was pretty close. So, but yeah, Adam Scott, his streak. Let's see if he gets in as an alternate. If not, that's RIP to a pretty good streak there. I don't know if I don't see that streak being broken anytime soon.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, I would say who would even have a chance? I don't know how many Rorys.
I was gonna say Rory or Phil. Maybe Phil.
I don't know. He's already like 50. I mean, if he's gonna get it, he would have had it by now.
Yeah, I wonder how many.
I think Rory's probably got to be the
maybe
closest.
He missed one from an injury with previous year.
Possibly, I don't know. But yeah, I would say if Rory's got to be getting. I don't know how many he's had in a row, but he's got to be up there as far as next in line if he continues to play in every major every year for at least like a decade.
Yeah. No, it's good. That's an interesting question.
Sure. That's all my news and notes I had. Do you have anything else?
Besides, what's the chick's name from LPGA who went viral this past weekend?
Oh, Charlie Hull. Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
There wasn't really too much that I really wanted to say besides that.
I mean, for one, it was just like everywhere. I think it was Matt Vincenzi from Golf WRX. He posted, and he's like, what was his tweet? He said, is the Charlie Hull smoke now? I haven't seen any content about it or something like that. Because it's like a joke. Because like literally everybody was posting about it for like 3 straight days. It's like, okay, we saw it. Chill out. It was good. It was funny.
I just think it was funny that she was like signing autographs for like these kids. She's got a cigarette hanging out.
It almost looked like a joke, like it was so like stereotypical of how you like have a cigarette in your mouth, just like lackadaisical, and it's just like taking drags. I
don't know.
It was kind of funny. And she said, I told you while we were golfing, she took up smoking to quit vaping.
Oh, yeah,
as one does.
Yes,
one does.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense. I totally get that.
What's the phrase like cut off the head in spite of the face or something like that? What's that?
I don't know.
What's that phrase?
I don't know that one.
You never heard that? No. I'm probably butchering it. People are gonna make fun of me now. I don't know the phrase. Like cut off. Oh man.
I don't know, dude.
It's gonna bother me.
Look it up. I don't know. I've someone just said one like something a phrase too that was like.
Cut off the nose to spite the face. Apparently, is the phrase.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you ever heard that?
No, never.
You never heard that?
No. I mean, I get it.
Because so like the if you don't, I guess if you've never heard this before,
is part of your face.
So it's like an expression used to describe a needlessly self-destructive or overreaction to a problem. Oh. Yeah. Huh. How come you never heard that before?
I've never heard it one time. To be honest with you.
Oh yeah, so I think it's like so funny. Like, it's just like so counterintuitive, right? But so Charlie Hull, good for you. I guess tackling a problem with another problem maybe, but that's all right.
I quit smoking to pick up drinking. Like it's like kind of similar. It's
I guess.
Like okay, you're an alcoholic instead of addicted to
cigarettes. I quit smoking, so I started dipping.
Yeah. Like it's like okay, sounds good.
All right, let's get into the RBC Canadian Open review here. Robert MacIntyre gets his first PGA win with his dad on the bag. With his dad, Pops, on the bag. His father was his 4th caddy over the last 18 months. Do you see that?
No, I did not see that.
Yeah, he's been churning through caddies lately, and he said, "You know what, Pops? Just hop on, let's go," and then got the win. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's actually really, really impressive.
Apparently, his dad works at a club back home, and he has like a maintenance crew. And so you had to have somebody that cover his shifts and whatnot, so he could go caddy. Yeah.
Well, isn't this course was in like his hometown when he was a kid, or he still lives there, or something like that?
Robert MacIntyre?
That's what they were saying.
No.
Who am I thinking of?
Scottish.
Who am I thinking of then?
I think it was Mackenzie Hughes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that feels stupid now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There was a Canadian Open. He's Scottish.
Yeah.
Sorry about that one.
What was that about then? Who was
Mackenzie Hughes? I believe was the one that's from Hamilton, Toronto. Like you're in the Toronto area, and it's also very close to like the border as well. And not too far from Detroit, I want to say. So Robert MacIntyre, first PGA win. He actually withdrew from the Memorial tournament. This win got him into the Memorial. but he withdrew just to go party, I guess. He wants to go back home and party.
Elevated purse.
So, fair enough, Hey, he's got his priorities straight. I like that. He fended off, Robert MacIntyre fended off Ben Griffin and Victor Perez's late push on Sunday. They both went pretty low on Sunday to, make it a run. But MacIntyre was able to hold them off for the win. Tommy Fleetwood, I wanted to mention this. Tommy Fleetwood is now confirmed the new Xander Schauffele, and I want to burn him on a stake. And
wow.
Yeah, I'm over it. Tommy, it was fun. I was riding with you, but I'm over it. I'm over the flow. I'm holding back. I'm holding back words, but Tommy, you're not on the no bet list, but you're firmly on the hate list for sure.
Wow.
He is firmly on the hate list.
You feel pretty solid about that, huh?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because he shot bad on Sunday?
Well, I mean, he was, we'll get to it, but he was, I want to say, top 5 going into Sunday. Completely fell on his face, dropped down to T21, and really ruined my bet. That looked solid all day long, and it looked great. And it's like the third, fourth time I've bet on him, and he just missed outside of it. I keep going. I went like winner, and then I went like top 10, and then I went like top 20. Keeps missing. I'm over it. He's on the hate list.
Okay.
I'm still gonna bet him just because I apparently suffer, but he's on the hate list. That's for sure.
Sounds good. You want to run through the?
Well, I had one more thing here. The CT Pan.
What I was gonna say, yeah.
CT Pan Pam dilemma.
You mentioned someone having 4 caddies
Yeah.
in 18 months. Well, someone had 4 caddies in a round.
Yeah.
So that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, CT Pan, his parade of caddies in the final round, his normal caddy, Fluff Cohen, slipped, had to be replaced. He's okay. It wasn't a big super serious injury or not. He was stayed on the course and watched the rest of the round. He was initially replaced by a random fan, some random guy. Apparently, the guy said "Hey, I'll help out," and he's like, "Okay."
Yeah.
And so I guess he did it for a couple holes, I want to say,
yeah.
And then he was replaced by a club caddy. And then that club caddy was then replaced by Paul Bajan's caddy, who lives locally. And so he was watching on TV and he just went to the course, I guess, and just said, "Okay, I'll do it."
He saw the Batman signal outside.
Yeah,
what the heck? I must go.
That's so weird. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what was wrong with the club caddy, but I guess if the more experienced caddy shows up, then I guess what are you gonna do?
Do they have caddies on standby? I guess at the club, all right, just in case.
I assume it was just a caddy that just got free tickets for working there or something like that. It was just there. I don't know.
That's very interesting. So, I like how just CT Pan was yeah, cool. He can stay. He can come. Okay.
He had a hole out with one of them. I forget which one it was. He holed out from 120 some yards, I think. I can't remember if it was the second or third or fourth caddy.
Being the fan and be like, "All right, yeah, how far do you think you got from here?"
Well, no, he said, CT was like, "Look, man, you don't have to do a whole lot. I got it. It wasn't in contention or anything, obviously."
Yeah.
And the guy's like, "Look, man, I'll talk as little or as much as you want.
Yeah.
But I'm just here for the ride,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. Your heart's got to be pounding as a fan. You get the opportunity.
I mean, he asked. He went for it. He shot his shot.
You're walking up to the green, you're watching other caddies put the bags on. Okay, I put the bag down.
Well, he walked out there. He was putting on the little vest
bib,
thing or whatever, the bib, and he shook Shane Lowry's hand and Shane Lowry's caddy's hand. That had to be the most surreal thing right off the bat.
That's crazy.
You went from spectator to shaking Shane Lowry's hand, putting on the bag. That's crazy.
That's so wild.
What a 0 to 100.
That's
real
a
quick.
story to tell, man. I tell you what, that's a story to tell for the ages. That's funny.
We can run through the top 10 here. So Robert MacIntyre first, solo second, Ben Griffin third, Victor Perez, and T4 we had Tom Kim, Rory McIlroy. Solo 6 we had the hometown kid Corey Connors. T7 we have Maverick McNeely, the real hometown kid, like I said, Mackenzie Hughes. And as well as Ryan Fox. And then T10, we had Chandler Phillips, Keith Mitchell, Sam Burns, and Joel Damon. Some notables, we had Tommy Fleetwood, as I mentioned, choked all the way down to T21. Lowry, T33, Nikolai Højgaard, T35. A few miscuts here. Nick Taylor, Sahith Theegala, Cameron Young.
I got nothing really else to add to this, to be honest with you, besides our 2 truths and a lie, obviously, but is there anything else that you wanted to talk about?
No, I mean it was close. It was good, coming down the stretch. McIntyre had a 4-stroke lead going into Sunday. But like I said, Ben Griffin, Victor Perez made a push there.
I saw Joel Damon early in the tournament had a lead at one point too.
He was up there, yeah. He started off pretty hot, and then I think it was like Saturday. He started off with like double bogey. Kind of got him fell down a little bit, I think, but he rebounded with the eagle there. But yeah, he hung around. I mean, top 10 for Joel is good. Good to have a good finish there. He's about as volatile as he gets sometimes. But yeah, good to see him up there. Everybody likes to see Damon up there. But yeah, that's all I had.
All right. So first ever on the pod, 2 truths and a lie for Robert MacIntyre. Here we go. He golfed for LSU. He plays a Pro V1. His cuts made on the tour is greater than 70%.
Well, this is his rookie year on the tour. I know that. I mean, he's played tour events before, but he was a rookie this year, I want to say.
So not just this year. It's any tour event he's ever played.
Right. It was the dual sanctioned Scottish Open. That was dual sanctioned last year where he almost beat Rory. That's only like one event. LSU. I don't think that's right. I don't think it's LSU. I think it's somewhere down there, though, for some reason. I know they mentioned it on the broadcast. I just can't remember. Pretty sure he plays Pro V1. Pretty confident in that.
It's like a 50-50 shot. It's like Pro V1 or Pro V1X. You got some Callaway guys, I guess, but...
Oh, I wasn't even thinking he'd go between Pro V1 and Pro V1X. I'm going to say LSU's the lie.
It is.
Okay.
Do you know where he golfed?
I think it's somewhere down in the south. I can't remember exactly, though.
It's sorry, I'm just changing your scores here. McNeese State University in Louisiana.
Yeah, Louisiana, yeah. I knew it was somewhere down in the south there.
But yeah, his cuts made on the tour is 73%.
Yeah, not a huge sample yet.
But no, yeah. But I mean, it was like...
Probably what, 20 or so?
Yeah, maybe something like that.
So what's that, like 15 or so, something like that?
Yeah, 16? I feel like it was even more than that, but maybe I was wrong here. Let's see.
So I'm pretty sure this is his rookie year, but he has played other events though before. Mostly on the DP World Tour prior to this year.
Because there was a stat in here. No. I gotta find it. I'll have to keep looking through here.
But yeah, so Robert MacIntyre first win on the PGA Tour. He got himself, like I said, in the Memorial, but withdrew. I assume he'll definitely be back for the U.S. Open though, so we can expect him to be back after a little bit of a bender with his dad. Did you hear him say that?
No.
He was talking to his mom afterwards and he said, "You might not see Dad for 2 weeks after a bender." What was that accent there? How'd you like that?
Good job.
So him and his dad might put back a few brewskis, but they'll be back for the U.S. Open. We got the Memorial Tournament preview presented by Workday. And so we got defending champion Victor Hovland at Muirfield Village Golf Club, Dublin, Ohio. Dublin, there you go. What are the odds of that? I guess...
33 out of 45.
Oh, 45. Okay, more. Yeah, okay. That's,
Dublin,
Ohio. Par 72, 7,392 yards, 80 player field. Top 50 in ties are going to make the cut. I looked at the average winner over the last 8 editions of this tournament, and it is a total of 11 under. So it's going to play a little more difficult than we've seen, recently over the last few events, or this year in total, actually. And Jack Nicklaus said he believes a golf course should be a test of every part of a golfer's bag.
Jack Nicklaus says a lot.
Does he?
He says a lot. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think he does, though. I just saw quotes about somebody asking him about, all the problems in golf, and he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Because he doesn't want to put his nose in it, I guess. I don't know.
I feel like he puts his nose in it. He's made comments about the golf ball rollback and before and all that crap. So, I don't know.
Well, it's mostly because people ask him, though.
Well,
I saw, the transcript between him and the reporter about, the problems of golf, and he, blew it off, but the reporter kept, agitating him, and he finally went in on it. So, I mean, he probably just gets asked a lot.
I don't know. Could be, I'm sure.
I don't think he's, searching out for a microphone to, want to give his takes out there.
I don't know. I have no idea. Sometimes, I don't know. obviously respect the guy, of course, but sometimes he drives me crazy. To be honest with you, yeah. I mean,
you have a lot of like weird grudges on here.
Coming from you, like, screw Tommy Fleetwood.
Well, that's because he's messing with my money here. All right,
he's
messing with my money. That's a deep cut right there.
I know. I don't know. Just sometimes people rub me wrong.
Morikawa, I feel like he's a likable character. You know, you got a grudge against him.
I still bet on him.
Yeah, but you got like a grudge.
Yeah.
Gooch, you don't like Gooch
No, I don't
either.
like Gooch.
Yeah,
No, I don't like
that's
Gooch.
a little more common.
You don't like Tommy. You don't like Tony Finau, and that's like
I think that's again, it's a betting thing.
That's like a super nice guy.
That's the betting thing. I like him as a person, but the betting,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Just
Jack
thoughts.
Nicklaus is a weird one. Interesting.
I listen. I'm not trying to say I don't like Jack Nicklaus. That's not what I'm
That's
saying.
what I heard. We're moving on. Matt
Not
hates
what
Jack
I'm
Nicklaus.
saying. 'Cause I can see it now. But I don't know. Sometimes people like rub me wrong. Like people that like. Let me say this. Let me rephrase what I'm going to say. Sometimes people who have their time has come and gone in a sport, and they try and come back and make opinions about the sport now. It's like, well, it's different from when you were in it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's like searching out to get his takes out. I think people are asking him.
Yeah, which is fine. But like regardless, it's like anyone in any sport. Like sports have changed. Every sport has changed throughout the years, right?
So you don't think a golf course should be a test of every part of a golfer's bag?
Not every golf course, no.
So you don't like this tournament?
Like
You're gonna hate this tournament.
I like par 3 courses too. That doesn't use every.
Well, he's not talking about that. He's talking about PGA courses.
You asked me, do I think every course should be?
I didn't say that. I said a golf course. You know we're talking about PGA.
Well, okay, one golf course could be, sure, that's fine. I'm not saying every golf course has to be a test to a golfer's bag.
PGA course, like a signature event.
Every single one of them? No, but it's the same conversation we had about like, do we think every major should be hard? No, I don't. I want to mix it up. Like I don't think everyone needs to be that way. But my whole point of this is, regardless of whatever sport it is, times have changed. The sport has changed. People have developed. People are naturally more stronger, and the technology has played a big part in it. So it's so hard. Like, how can you sit and compare some of these people that sit and compare golf or whatever sport back then to what it is now? It's just different. It's so different. It's completely different.
I feel like you have like this like rant you want to go on here. I don't know.
No, I don't. Like I really don't. I just wanted. That's all.
Some deep seated feelings you're like wanting to get off your chest.
That's all I was saying. Is just like it's like trying to compare.
I don't think he's like getting too deep at it. I think he just said he wants his tournament to be tough.
No, and I'm just saying. I'm not saying this exact quote is what makes me mad about Nicklaus. There's just certain things that he says in the past. Not saying what he said about this golf course or any of that. That just sometimes is like, I don't know, dude. Like, they kind of just like you gotta kind of like fade away a little bit, you know? Like, just times are different, and it's okay. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Like, it's like trying to compare a golf or a basketball player today to Larry Bird. It's like, how are you gonna sit here and try and compare? Like, it's different. Like, people are just different now than what they are back then. Like, do you think if we took Larry Bird now and put him in the NBA today, would he be the same Larry Bird? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I don't really know.
Here's who your beef should be with.
Who? I don't
the reporters asking him these questions.
Fair. Media in general I have beef with, so that's fair. I can go on a topic about that, but I'm not going to do that.
Because they're the ones they're getting the clickbait. They're like, I'm going to go ask a big name Jack Nicklaus and see what he has to
absolutely.
say.
And like, he's a huge name, so like they're going to want to get that headline.
Because like, if you read the transcript I read about like him like in the problems with golf, the reporter was asking, he was like actually kind of prying. It kind of like, I would have got ticked off if I was Nicklaus. Yeah. I'm like, look, leave me alone, dude.
For sure, absolutely. I think the reporters are just trying to, like, they can literally probably...
I guess they have a job to do, but still.
For sure, absolutely. But I don't know, I don't like, in general, trying to compare the problems of golf now to, like, what it was before. Like, it's just different.
But I think the problems he was talking about was, like, the live thing, not, like, the play.
Oh, that's overrun, too.
He was talking about... That's what the reporter was trying to get at, was the live, not, like, not the rollback thing.
That's been, like... We're all. I think every golf fan is just sick of all of this crap. Yeah. Like, let's just like, why is? And I'm sure that like, how are these golfers not sick of these questions? Like,
I'm sure they are.
I would like lose my mind. I'd be like, dude, like, I am literally not going to answer any question that has to do with like.
Well, I think was it
props.
Rory who said like, yeah, just like wake me up when like we said in the podcast,
Yeah.
like wake me up when it's over. You know?
Like seriously, I'm done. Like I don't want to listen to any of that crap anymore. Like it's just gonna play itself out. Let's just talk about what's ahead. Talk about the tournament that we have right now. Like that's how I would respond as a golfer. Like I'm focusing on what's in front of me, not what's in the past or in the future. Like I could literally care less about those. So.
Okay, let's get to our picks here. That's enough of a tangent there a little bit, but I'm going.
Well, hang on. We got a signature event, so we got a $20 million purse. Did you already mention the previous winner was Hovland?
Yep.
Right, we have a current favorite is Scottie Scheffler, which is literally no surprise.
Had 3 under 10-1 though. We had Rory at 9-1, and who else was that?
I think it was Scottie again.
What? Uh-huh.
Oh, we're talking about this tournament.
Yeah.
It was Scottie, Xander, and Rory.
Xander, that's right.
Yeah.
They were both at 9-1 when I looked. I think last.
Yeah, Xander and Rory are 9-1. Scotty's 4-1. So.
Yeah, so I'm pretty tight at the top there. I know usually we don't have like 3 under 10-1 like that. Not very often. I mean, this is going to be like one of the strongest fields you're going to see for the whole season. You know, this
for sure.
I mean, I don't think anybody's taking this off except MacIntyre. Really, everybody's playing this one.
Is Jake Knapp playing?
He is actually.
Thank God.
Yeah, I did see. I scrolled like all the way down, and he was like, there was somebody weird, like the way it was listed in odds, like the way down the board. I forget who it was, but somebody was like above someone. I'm like, that's like way down on the list though. Like it's not like super notable because at that bottom like tiers, it's like kind of pretty interchangeable. Who was that? It was somebody that was really odd. Like should not have been above or below someone. Like for one, do you remember Matthew Pavon?
Yeah.
Started off super hot.
Yeah.
He is third to the last in odds.
Wow.
So like I don't know what fell off for him. Who else was down here? Jake Knapp, 250-1. Yeah, maybe it was. Oh no, who it was not. It was what really threw me off. Alex Noren. His odds, they're better. Okay, it shifted. But he was like way up. He was like above Jordan Spieth. He was like above Sahith Theegala. Like it was really weird. They fixed it now. I was like, oh my gosh, I could not imagine betting on Alex Noren at those short of odds.
Yeah.
But okay, we can get to our picks now. I'm going Morikawa, Colin. I'm going with old Colin. He's been playing really well. Masters, both majors here. I don't know, is that who you picked or something or what?
Yeah, it's exactly what I picked.
Okay.
Yeah, it's funny if you said I had a grudge against him. I'm like, I'm not really that bad on the guy still. But yeah, the same thing, obviously. Yeah. Like his last 2 starts were T 4th and then solo 4th. His last 2 starts. So he's... and
that's not even factoring the Masters right there.
No, it's not. Yeah. It's not. So he's clearly had a great middle half of his season right now.
Coming off like 2 like bad years, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, really down years. After he won those the 2 majors in back-to-back years, kind of just fell off after that. Yeah. But he's had a resurgence.
Yeah, that's who I got. I got him at plus 1,400, which I'm assuming is what you got him at.
Yep. I know the guy I look at for some of his like analysis. Apparently, he opened up at 18-1, but it got bet down pretty quick after that. But yeah, 14 is what I got it at.
Got it.
All right, let's move on to LIV Houston, our other preview here. Golf Club of Houston in Humboldt, Texas, par 72, 7,403 yards. So going back to LIV, we haven't seen him in a while since the PGA Championship. So when we last saw LIV, Brooks won in Singapore, his 4th LIV win. Ripper GC won their 2nd consecutive team title. The Golf Club of Houston, the venue for this tournament here, like I mentioned, hosted the Houston Open between 2003 and 2019. 5 current LIV golfers winning titles at the course during that time span. Paul Casey won in 2009. Anthony Kim, shout out, won in 2010. Phil Mickelson in 2011, 3 straight years there. Matt Jones in 2014. Ian Poulter in 2018. 4 of those were by playoff. I thought that was kind of an interesting tidbit there. 4 of those 5 all by playoff. So we'll see if that maybe happens here at LIV, continue that playoff trend. But yeah, Anthony Kim, that was actually his last win before he had his injury and had to go into medical retirement.
Yep.
That's interesting. So I wonder if there'll be some kind of tribute or something. I don't know.
tribute?
I don't know. Maybe I'm sure
Like
the broadcast
like
might
a bronze
talk about it.
statue of him or
Not
something?
a statue, but they'll have
bust of him,
like a montage. Like before NFL games, how some player went through some tragedy. They'll probably have like a montage of that. Like interviews and stuff.
Did he get hurt at that course?
Well, it was just no, because he won. I mean,
Got it.
I guess it could have been. I mean, he still gutted it out. I doubt it though. I think it was afterwards. If I had to guess, I don't know exactly.
Man, if they put up a statue of the guy,
It's not a statue.
at this point, this is where he got hurt.
That'd almost be like a smack in the face. Like this is where your life derailed.
Jesus Christ. Obviously, same purses all for LIV, $25 million, $20 for the individual, $5 for the team. Current favorite is Jon Rahm again at plus 700, followed by Neiman and Bryson at plus 800. So you got three guys again with less than under 10-1 odds.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm going Bryson this week.
Okay.
Obviously, we'll go through his LIV stats, but 7 events this season, 5 top 25s, 4 top 10s. Hasn't gotten a win on LIV, but we know he's been playing
this year.
This year, yes, correct. We know he's been playing exceptionally well in these 2 majors we've had so far this year. So I'm looking for him
PGA.
to
Solo second at PGA.
Yep. So we're looking for him to secure his first LIV win this season. And a little bit longer of a course, I feel like we say this all the time for Bryson. Anything related to Bryson, or like the length of the course, always gets brought up, but it's the truth. So I like it.
Okay, I'm going with Jon Rahm to get his first LIV win, and he's been contending. He's I think had top 10s in almost every event this year at LIV. Hasn't done well in the majors, but I think he's due. I think he maybe has been a little embarrassed for his performances in the majors, and kind of wants to get back and kind of show who he really is and get back into form here, especially before the U.S. Open. So I think he's gonna put in a little more extra effort to prepare for this and really remind people of the type of golfer he is. So
look here, I saw Jon Rahm last week, and I don't think he's ready. Man, he's partying, he's drinking. On a Friday night, I saw him at the concert. If you get what I'm going with this,
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He lost in a shotgun to Luke Holmes, so he's already.
You know what I say to that? My
losing.
Rebuttal to that. He's loose. He's living life. He's free.
Yeah.
He's free. He's not going to be tense on the course.
I don't know.
He's happy.
Maybe number 3 is on the way.
He's happy. He's content. He's going to be loosey goosey on the course.
We'll see. Maybe he will. Maybe
that's my rebuttal.
Maybe he won't. Maybe he'll come up. He'll be like Rory and show up and play hungover. Did you see that?
Yeah, he had too much wine.
We forgot about this. Talk about that.
Had too much wine. Yeah.
Rory was drinking a little too much of the wine, and
that's what I'm saying. He was loose. He's led to a nice round. He started off hot. I think he was like 5 or 6 under that round.
Well, maybe that's the key. Maybe that's what we should both be doing before rounds. Apparently, being a little more loose, I guess.
What, you haven't been doing that?
What, drinking before rounds? No, I have not. I have not been drinking before rounds, but
it's the night before apparently, because that's what I think Rory was doing.
Yeah, it can't be during or the morning.
It can't be like 4 hours.
The morning up's kind of scary. That's pretty bad.
I guess if you pull an all nighter, does that count? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess that's okay.
I guess that would count. It might be like I don't know.
A bad idea.
It might be a double whammy. I don't know. Let's get into betting corner though. I had a weird week. What about you?
I went plus 10. So that's like my 3rd week in a row of hitting with usually it's like single digits. This is the first time in a while that I've had plus in the two digit column. So the only thing I had hit was Tom Kim. I had him top 10. He finished T4.
I told you when we were golfing on Sunday, I had 3 bets that I looked like they were going to hit. I had the MacIntyre Fleetwood top 20 parlay. Looked solid going in. Fleetwood fell on his face. And I had, what else did I have? I had Højgaard to win that group. 2 of the ones that I had him to beat missed the cut. And then it was just him versus Hisatsune and Mark Hubbard. Mm-hmm. He ended up dead heating with Hisatsune. So that's what got me to minus 37 for the week. And then I also had Aaron Rai to top 5. He started Sunday in the top 5, and then he fell out. So I had all 3 of those looking good, and then they all kind of. Luckily, at least I had a dead heat, at least I guess. But
Yeah.
it was looking like it was going to be a really good week, and then it kind of fell off.
Oh well. All right. So current standings. Welcome to the 300 club. So I'm minus 394. You're minus 317. We both just hit the 300s. So.
Yeah, that's all right. We can make that up. I feel like good again. Like I had 3 picks that were right there, so I don't feel too bad. Just not breaking the right way. I need the ball to bounce my way. You need to get a couple of good bounces here. All right. So I'll get us started here. I'm gonna get us kicked off with another little parlay here, a top 20er. We almost had it last time. Going for it again. Corey Connors and Victor Hovland, top 20 with ties. Top 20 with ties, so including the ties, plus 250, 30 units. Hovland, we haven't seen him since the PGA, and he's been working on his game, I think. He said he doesn't like to work on it in tournaments. He likes to work on it at the driving range and off the tournaments. So I think he's been putting in the work. We saw him do that before the Masters, or was it PGA, where he kind of showed out a little bit.
PGA.
Was it PGA? Yeah. PGA kind of came back with his old swing coach, which made the immediate difference. So hopefully that's been paying off in his time off. Corey Connors has been striking the ball as well as anybody on the planet, including Scottie Scheffler. Just needs to get that putter going. So let's get those two in the top 20 with ties, plus 250, 30 units. Let's get it.
My first one is, I think I've never been on this guy before. Jordan Spieth.
Oh.
I'm going Jordan Spieth this week.
I was expecting like a weird name, actually.
No. Top 10 finish, plus 360, 24 units. We talk all the time about how Jordan Spieth is just all over the place. I think he started off the year solo second or fourth. I can't remember at this time.
He started off hot.
Yeah, started off really well, and then he just went all over the place. Really since like Waste Management Week is when he started going crazy. So I think he's went through his stint of craziness, and now he's ready to have a random top 10 finish out of nowhere. So
fair enough.
I think this is a good week as ever for him. So
okay, my next one, I'm going the person that got second here and lost in the playoff last year to Victor Hovland, Denny McCarthy. I'm going to him just the top 20. And he not only had that second place finish in the playoff last year, he had a top 5 in the year prior to that as well. And he's perennially one of the best putters on the planet and on tour. And he clearly, has an eye for this course, even though it's going to play a little more difficult. Denny McCarthy also has yet to win a PGA Tour event. I thought that was interesting as well. He's, one of the highly regarded players. Probably did not win a PGA Tour event. Notably lost in another playoff to Akshay Bhatia earlier this year, after really just fatting a wedge in the playoff after storming back to make it a playoff. But yeah, just top 20 at a course he clearly has an eye for. That's plus 450, 20 units on that one.
my next, I'm going the hometown kid to Ohio. Do you know who that is?
I mean, Jason Day lives there, but he doesn't.
Well, yeah, it's his hometown. I mean, he's from Australia, but it's his hometown.
Sure.
So I'm going Jason Day, a top 10 finish as well, plus 450, 20 units. I thought that was pretty good odds for Jason Day to top 10. So I like him for being in Ohio this week. A little extra time to don't have to travel.
Sleep in your own bed, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure he's played this course many a times. So I thought it was a solid pick for the week.
Okay, sure. Vibes bet. All right, I'm going Mr. Reigning Open Championship winner Brian Harman. Top 20 as well. I'm going with the top 20s to start off the betting corner here. 3 top 20s in a row. Brian Harman, top 20, plus 500, 20 units. Let's just keep it rolling, 20 units. And this is my vibes bet. I think he's somebody he's always hanging around, I think at top 20. He can play
those random appearances out of nowhere.
Yeah,
sometimes too.
He can play, elevated event. He can definitely, play with the big dogs, of course, by winning the Open Championship. He can contend in these major signature events. So I like the top 20 for him. I thought plus 500 was pretty good odds for his caliber of his high-end play can definitely get up there. So I like the plus 500 for that. So, yeah, I wanted to get him on the card, 20 units on that one.
I like it. I almost didn't go this guy. I'm going Victor Hovland as well. You mentioned him as your parlay. I almost didn't go with him just because, obviously, Hasn't been playing well this year besides the PGA Championship. So back with the original swing coach with Butch Harmon. So that's great.
I think it's Mayo.
What?
His coach, he went back to his something Mayo.
Is that? That was Butch Harmon.
No, it was...
that was the same guy as... I could be wrong. I've been wrong a lot today, apparently.
It's like something... Joe Mayo. Yeah.
Is it?
Joe Mayo he went back to. I don't know who he was with before going back to Joe Mayo. But yeah, his coach he went back to is Joe Mayo.
Okay. Well, Mr. Mayo. Regardless, so he went back to his original swing coach before the PGA, like the week before the PGA Championship. Obviously had a great appearance there. So I really wanted to see one more week of him to feel like he's back. But I went with it anyways. The top 5 finish top 5 plus 360, 24 units on Victor Hovland.
Yeah, I think he's close to making the full comeback. I don't know what it was.
It's hard to say after one event, but
it is. But I mean, we know what he's capable of.
We also know that he won this tournament last year, so he's played well before at this venue. So I think that made me feel a little bit better about it. I probably wouldn't have went with him if it was like somewhere else or he's didn't have a previous win or at least a really good finish. I think that has to play a part into it. You got to feel good knowing you've won here before. So
what were his outright odds? I know we kept mentioning about
14,
16.
16.
Yeah, so we mentioned you're probably not going to get his odds any better than what I think the PGA he was like 45. Yeah. So I bet it and it didn't hit obviously, but it was looking good there for a minute. And that's 45 is definitely going to be the longest you're going to get him for a while.
I agree.
16. I think they're jumping the gun a little bit, getting him all the way up to 16-1. But I think the books, the bookmakers, they make money for a reason because they're right more often than not. Yeah. So I think if you're looking at that, it's probably a good bet to bet him a top 5 there. So there you go. I'm gonna go with my couple double barrel round here. The Justin Thomas outright. I'm going with JT. He's plus 2,800, but I got him at 10 units. On JT. I think it's coming. He split with his caddy Bones before the Masters, and I thought that was kind of a weird move, but he's been playing well since then. He started off the season pretty hot and kind of had a weird lull there. That's when he split with Bones McKay, but he's been playing really well again lately since then, and so I think he's got to get off the schneid here. His last win was the PGA Championship in 2022, I believe, and that was his last win as that major championship. So 2 years. More than 2 years drought now. So I think he gets off the schneid. He has a really good chance of getting off the schneid here. And then I'm also going with Mr. Willie Z. No longer Mr. Shaky Hands. He's at 65-1. So I just thought that was a good number to get him at. 65-1. Like I said, the guy that I look at for my analysis sometimes, he had him 80-1 opening. So 80-1. I mean, that's a really good number. Wow. But I thought 65-1 was still a good enough number for me to hit. I'm putting 5 units on that one. Purely just because it's a really long odds for a really good player. So
I like it. All right, my last LIV PGA pick before I have one LIV. I'm going double chance of Rory Morikawa plus 475, 19 units on the duo there. So I already spoke about Morikawa, but Rory obviously having a good finish last week, a top 5 finish, and we'll see what he's. We'll see. I like him added to this double chance here. Plus, there wasn't much with Morikawa in double chances. It was like. Was it Rory and Morikawa, or I want to say Xander Morikawa or Scottie Morikawa? No, it wasn't those two. Someone else. I forgot who it was. But I like the Rory Morikawa one. So
okay,
you looking it up?
Well, I was gonna look it up. Yeah, it looks like there's only a couple. Rory Morikawa, Rory Sahith.
Who else was Morikawa with?
Oh, Morikawa. Let's see. I don't know if I see it. I see Rory Morikawa. That's the only one I see.
Maybe that's why I went that one. Because that was the only one that I like Morikawa was in.
Usually they have more clumps like that, like one golfer with someone else. That's weird. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, my last one here. I'm going with my pick. I'm going Morikawa outright. Got the 14-1, 15 units. Like I said, playing really well. I am staying away from LIV just because I feel like I don't have a good feel for LIV. I think it's harder to bet. I don't have my finger on the pulse. So I'm staying away from that. I'm going with my pick for Rahm for it, but I'm not putting in betting corner. I'm going Colin Morikawa for my last one. and I feel good about that. I'm getting back off the schneid. No dead heats. That's why I did my ties. Got the ties in there for our first pick and getting off the schneid here. We're getting in a positive column this week.
My last was LIV. It's Bryson outright plus 813 units on Bryson this week. So that's it. That's everything.
That's all we got.
Todos.
That's all we got. We just gave away the Titleist TSR. They got the 2 driver or the 3?
3.
They got the
and
3.
He had it fully customized too. Custom shaft, log, everything. I mean everything. Weights, center of gravity, everything. I didn't even know you can customize this.
Just by being a member, he was on our live stream. He was
long time member too.
Long time member. He got a free driver just for being a member. Just for being a subscriber, he was entered in to win, and he was selected by the wheel. The wheel of we gotta come up with a name. I don't know.
Wheel of Death, dude. That thing is scary, man.
No, it's gotta be positive. It's gotta be like the
Wheel of.
I don't know.
Wheel of Names. I don't know. That's the name of it.
I guess you can't say Wheel of Fortune. That's
no, that's copyright.
Yeah, I guess you could say it, but it's not good.
Yeah,
we'll come up with something here. I don't know. We'll come up. I'm blanking right now on good names. We'll come up with something. But the wheel of names is what it's called. But
yeah, I'm trying to think of a name like something.
But the wheel shined on him and picked the member to win the Titleist driver. I don't believe they have
Spotlight spinner. I don't know.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
No, come on, that's not that.
All right,
terrible.
But yeah, he hasn't have it yet, but I'm sure he'll have it soon. So if you want to have a chance at winning something like that, we haven't decided what we're going to be giving away this month, but
we could decide like 5 minutes.
Could be something similar to that. So if you want a chance to win it like that, prize.
It's always something that's.
Yeah, we gave away the Phantom, the Scottie Cameron Phantom putter. We gave the Callaway Paradigm AI Smoke Max driver. I rattled that off pretty quick. You proud of that?
I think it's Max Plus, but yeah, it's pretty good.
No, it's just the Max.
Is it Max?
I don't think there was a Plus.
Callaway.
I remember I made
Paradigm
some
AI
about
Smoke.
It. Yeah.
Max driver. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. And then we gave away a Titleist or TaylorMade driver.
The Stealth. We gave away the Cobra Dark Speed LS.
Yes.
Yeah. So
is that everything?
If you want a chance of winning something like that,
get
subscribed.
a wedge this year. We haven't got rid of it.
No, we have not.
And just
we did that for the Ryder Cup.
And just one putter.
One putter. We did MG4, 2 MG4 wedges for the Ryder Cup.
Yeah, that's right.
Over the fall. But yeah, no wedges this year. So if you want a chance of winning something like that, join Cactus Golf Club and get in our Facebook group, and you're automatically entered to win each month. But that's all we got this week. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, get subscribed if you're not already, and we'll catch you next week.
Peace.